What did I just watch?
You watched Memphis. It's a show called Memphis.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know what I just watched, but what did I just watch, you know? It was so weird. Like, I guess I should describe this show to you because I wasn't very familiar with it. I'd listened to some of the music from it before I knew that it was set in Memphis, but I didn't really know much about it. Okay, I'll tell you roughly what this show is about. It's set in the 1950s and it's set in Memphis, and it's about black people who sing black music and one white guy who likes their music and popularizes it with the wider, white population. And there's an interracial romance. This show has not aged well. It was on Broadway in 2009. There were versions of it that existed before then, I believe, but Broadway, 2009, that is kind of the definitive version that I was watching. And I mean, that's not that long ago, but so much has happened, right? Like, I think people's understanding of race relations and storytelling and who should tell what stories and male, female things, like the power dynamic, like the whole Me Too thing. People's, like, the concept of that's just out there that a lot of people kind of have now is very different to what it was in 2009. And whoa, I just struggled to enjoy this show, which is sad. I mean, the music is quite good. Well, I mean, the lyrics were terrible, but the music's okay. I just struggled to enjoy it because I was watching it through this lens of like now and caring about people and stuff. And like this show just didn't really do what I wanted it to do in that regard. Okay, so the main character is this white guy. And I just couldn't stand him. Like, there's nothing really likable about him. Like, he's this plucky little underdog who's maybe a bit eccentric, maybe he's an alcoholic, maybe he's brain damaged. It's really hard to tell. I don't know. But the script just literally does not address why he's weird. But I think we're supposed to just think that he's eccentric and maybe has a drinking problem. But I mean, a lot of people have drinking problems without being drunk all the time. And he's not drunk all the time. Maybe he is. I don't know. He slurs his... I don't know. I think the guy who played him was just a terrible actor. So, like, that made the whole characterization questionable. And, like, it was just... I don't know. I'm trying to understand this show. Okay, so, I mean, it's the 50s and the interracial romance in Memphis was, I guess it's illegal for them to get married at the time. So, like, it's like, ooh, scandal. But, like, the people who just kind of randomly get all upset about it and stuff, I didn't get it. There were things that happened to them because they were in a relationship that I just didn't get. I was like, well, why is this happening? Why? I don't know. And the whole thing was like that, like the stakes. Oh yeah, okay, so the stakes. It's just like, yes, I guess things are supposed to be high stakes and you need that in the musical, right? Because like, why else would you be moved to the point where you just like bust into song and like, do a dance routine or something, unless the stakes are really high and everything's riding on it. But the stakes, it's not that they weren't high, it's just that they weren't explained. And I guess if you know history, and you know what the 50s in Memphis was like, you would kind of understand that. But I kind of think that's asking too much of an audience. and I don't know how accurate it was. Like, it felt very revisionist. This is the thing. It's like you're telling a fictional story about very set in like very real political climate. But because it's fictional, it's hard to kind of know how to place these people. And it's like, there's this guy who, you know, loves black music and wants everyone to know about it. And it's like, yeah, but who is this person? You've just made him up. Like, it's not a real thing, but you're trying to make it come across as real, like real and gritty or something. But like, you've literally just made up this person who is like, ooh, edgy and interesting, but also super annoying. And like, why would anyone want to be in a relationship with him? Ooh, like, ooh, he has this, you know, career that goes do 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 do, and it's like, yeah, he's getting better. Ooh, and then like, oh, something bad happens, and oh, I'm supposed to care, but I didn't because he was a dick. Like, the way he treated his significant other person was just not cool. It never was. Like, there was not a single point where he treated her really well, and she deserved better. And so when she's like, oh, I might have to like leave you in order to do other things with my life, you're supposed to kind of, I think, feel sorry for him, but like, why would anyone? Like, I was just like, great, finally you saw the light. Leave that dickhead. And yeah, and then they, oh. I did not have the reaction to this show that the writers wanted you to have as an audience member, me being the audience member. So that's not good. Okay. We also really cannot talk about this without discussing diegesis. You know diegesis? And I'm not just talking like in Italian, it is the time, diegesis, die. That was a joke. Was it funny? I don't know. Do I have to explain what that is? I guess I do. Okay, in relation to music, you have diegetic songs and non-diegetic songs. So the diegesis is like the reality of the fictional play show that you're watching. And so like a non-diegetic song would be when someone's like singing their heart out, and it's like you, the audience, are getting a glimpse into their inside world. It's not like they're singing in real life. You're just watching, you're seeing them sing because you're privy to their innermost thoughts. It's like in Fleabag when she looks straight at the camera. Where's my camera? I don't know. You know, that's non-diegetic. Like, it's not happening in the context of the reality of the piece. I think it's really tricky when a show has songs that are non-diegetic as well as songs that are diegetic. And I think a really good example is The Sound of Music, because it's a really good example of everything, like good film, good music, good actors, good scenery, good everything. It's a perfect movie. I love it. So it's a good example because it's always very clear when they're singing for an audience or in the context of the reality of the piece, like, we are practicing for a music concert now, la 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 la. And when the song is just happening out of the overflow of their heart, like, I have confidence in sunshine, I need to convince myself I'm confident, because I'm going to the first day on the job, and it's scary, but I have confidence. Like, that's non-diegetic, whereas when when they are at the music concert at the end, oh gosh, and they're just like, we are the Von Trapp family singers, do a deer, a female deer. That's diegetic because everyone knows that they're singing, that's happening. Yeah. Okay, anyway, or like when they're saying so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, or high on the hill is a lonely goatherd. Those songs are diegetic. The other ones are non-diegetic, like, I must have done something good, somewhere in my youth or childhood. Oh my gosh, I could just talk about The Sound of Music all day, every day for the rest of my life and I'd be happy. But I have to go back to talking about Memphis. Oh yeah, so you have songs that are non-diegetic and songs that are diegetic. And this show is really diegetically confusing because like, you think that they're singing a diegetic song and then all of a sudden it turns into a non-diegetic song and it's like, because like someone will join in and they'll like just automatically know the song or they'll harmonize and it's like, oh wait, I thought this was a diegetic song that this person was performing and now this other person's like randomly joining in on that, therefore that makes me think that we're seeing into their souls that are singing together rather than like the performance that's actually happening on stage. And oh, I don't know, it's so confusing. And like you're like 45 minutes in before you get a really true, clear, obviously non-diegetic song and you're like, oh, I know what this is. That sort of happens in Dreamgirls as well, but like that's a fault of Dreamgirls, but Dreamgirls gets away with it because it's so amazing in so many other ways. This does not get away with it because it's not amazing in all those ways. And those are my thoughts on Memphis.